company dedicated to delivering food, great food, emergency food that tastes delicious. Chef-inspired, chef-created, award-winning ReadyWise and their emergency food supply. Folks, so many of you always ask where this is. We've just not been able to keep it in stock recently for obvious reasons. It is here today as a smart deal, and we want to dive in because we've got 100 servings, everything you need, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything in between. We'll take you through how you prepare them, why they taste so delicious, all the things you get inside. This is how it's going to come delivered to you. But let me just say, I did a little research beforehand. If you go to ReadyWise's website, they're offering right now an 84 servings for $199. So they've got 84 servings for $199. We've got 100 servings for just over 80, so significant savings today. We also have it on AutoShip. With the price of food and inflation and everything else, so many people turn to ReadyWise as great food options. Let's dive in. 5 flex free shipping. An amazing lady, a true expert, and also a meteorologist. Yeah, she knows all about emergency situations and crazy weather. The amazing Stephanie returns. Stephanie, it's great to see you. Happy New Year. Thank goodness this is back in stock.
Absolutely, Adam. Happy New Year to you. I'm always thrilled to be with you. And ReadyWise has been a part of my life for almost 8 years now. And it's always been important. We know we need good tasting food to feed our families. But I got to tell you, right now, when we look at supply chain issues, food prices, I have a family of 7. I know exactly what I'm spending on every item of food, and it is alarming the way prices are going up. So what ReadyWise is able to give all of us right now is healthy food at a set price, because you're getting 100 servings. You know what the price you're going to pay right now is for those 100 servings, and all you do is add water. Even better, the 100 servings and all this food that you see Adam whipping up there, they're going to be there for up to 25 years as a shelf-stable item. So Adam's doing some cooking. We're going to do some cooking too. And when this is mentioned as emergency food, reason being, if you are in an emergency, and man, there's been plenty of those in the news this week, haven't there? My heart goes out to everybody in Virginia. Gosh, we learned that snow can paralyze you on a highway. Wouldn't it have been great to have food in your car, Adam, that you could have added water to and heck, had a snack? They were there for hours and hours and hours, because this food does not need hot water. And I'm going to say that several times in the next few minutes, because I know you see me with pots. So the way ReadyWise food works is it is an actual amazing recipe. This one, pasta Alfredo. So it comes to you in the shelf-stable pouch. Then I add water. It can be freezing cold water. You know what I thought of when I saw the Virginia situation? You could have melted down some snow with a fairly, small heat source, maybe your hands, added that water to a ReadyWise pouch, because guess what? That's an emergency, and you'd have been great. But maybe the emergency is there was no food that you needed on the shelves, or, it wasn't in the budget this week. This could be on your shelf, and then you could cook the food in a pot, but you don't have to cook it. But whether you simply add cold water, whether you cook hot water, you end up with a gorgeous meal like this creamy pasta and vegetable meal. So the point of ReadyWise is that their chefs have put together these recipes that you or I would be adding 10, 12 ingredients, cooking, baking, making a meal for our family. They figured out how to both dehydrate and freeze dry the ingredients to these recipes, so that all you do is add water and they come back to life. It's the actual recipe, simply with the water taken out. Now, the configuration we have today, Adam, I'm really excited about. You and I have talked about this together for years. The concept of being prepared, having food from your family. We'll keep talking about that because it's so important to me. I'm excited about tonight because this is really the first time where we have put together a configuration of lunch and dinner entrees, right? This chicken and vegetables looks great. But then look at this. This is pasta Alfredo and peas. My kids would be so happy to know that even in an emergency when the power's out, I found something green for you to eat. So we've included vegetables. And so there's peas and corn in this set. There is also freeze-dried banana. Food is expensive. Oh my gosh. And let me show you how much you get. To get all of this freeze-dried fruit at 80 cents a serving, that is crazy great right now. So I'm really excited about the value. So there's fruit, there's vegetable, there's 4 lunch and dinner entrees, there's 2 different breakfast entrees. Adam, this is like a healthy kit, if you will. Like, you could take what is in this bucket and know that you are getting balanced meals with proteins. It's enough food. If you figure about 1,700 calories a day for an adult, you could eat out of this healthy kit for a week of balanced meals. So a really cool array of food.
Stephanie, you just said it, around 80 cents a serving is phenomenal. And, you know, I've been presenting ReadyWise with Stephanie for years now. One of the things that struck me, even though pricing, food pricing, inflation, things are on the rise, this is, from my recollection, the lowest price we've ever done on ReadyWise. So I'm thrilled to see it. Normally it's $99, and we're jumping up and down about that at a great price at $82.95, phenomenal. Just a reminder, if you go to ReadyWise's website, they have an 84 serving available. This is 100 serving. They have an 84 serving for $200. So we have 100 serving for just over $80, so significant savings. Look, you may get this, and you may put it in the pantry, and you may just leave it there. 25 years shelf stable. If there's an emergency, you've got food to eat. If there's a problem, if there's a disaster, if there's a power outage, we've got food to eat. You might be ordering this tonight because you love having some extra food on hand, some delicious meals that, again, are only 80 cents a serving. And when you look at the crazy world that we live in, whether it's weather extremes that we may be struggling with, again, snowstorms, winter storms, anything that can happen that can just knock off the supply chain, or disrupt the supply chain, or disrupt our power supply at home. The things that we need, obviously, as we've talked about tonight, power with our EcoFlow Today special, and food for all those that were stuck in that horrendous traffic in the snow for, so many hours, a real serious life-threatening situation. It's something that we can truly prepare for in any situation with ReadyWise. If it looks familiar, it's because it's been seen on virtually every TV show, morning show, editor's picks. Everybody talks about this brand. They've won so many awards because they have worked with chefs to create this emergency food. But almost, Stephanie, when we say emergency food, I always feel the need to back that up with chef-created emergency food, delicious emergency food. Because when you say emergency food, people think, is it going to be delicious? As we said, people order this on AutoShip because it is so delicious.
Absolutely. So I like that we do call it emergency food, because that way you know you're prepared in an emergency. But what I want to show you, and I know I moved up real close, these are awesome recipes. This is tomato basil soup. Look at this. You can see the nice pieces of red pepper in there. There are, of course, flakes of real basil. This is gluten-free pasta. So not only has ReadyWise put together these amazing recipes, they've thought about what your family needs. So if someone's gluten-free, there's something they can eat. In fact, there's lots of different things they can eat, but there's an entree if you're following a gluten-free diet that you can have. There's vegetarian options. There's things that are gonna make my kids happy, right? So I'm gonna do a quick little rundown of all the different things in the kit first. And each and every one of these recipes created by a chef, so that if it's Friday night and I didn't get to the grocery store, or I just don't have the energy, or maybe I don't want to go out and expose myself at this moment, here's dinner for my family any night of the week. So you define the emergency. Maybe the emergency is, I don't feel like dealing tonight. Right. I'm going to cook this food. This food is good enough that you won't ever apologize for doing that. In fact, you're going to go out and seek it because it's that great. So here's the full rundown of the components, because it's a lot. Let's talk about liquids first. You are getting the ability to make whey milk. So important in a power outage. If you don't have the EcoFlow or something like that available to you, and you can't keep dairy cold, but your kids want something to drink, the whey milk, the powdered milk, is how you are able to do that. Just because it's fun, and thank you for making a mom's life better, chocolate milk also included. It is a chocolate dairy delight drink. That'll make my kids happy. That'll make me warm and toasty. You could turn it into the most beautiful hot chocolate. And let's be honest, when I'm stressed, I need chocolate. So I love that it's in there. And listen, if you're breaking into the emergency food, you may very well need a little treat and pick me up. So that's a good thing to have included. There are 4 different lunch and dinner entrees, if you will, very hearty, protein-packed meals that include the pasta Alfredo, the pasta vegetable chicken, also the beef stroganoff, and the tomato basil soup that is gluten-free. So those are kind of our 4 main entrees. You can also make vanilla pudding. You can make creamy yogurt. The vegetables are peas and corn. There are the freeze-dried bananas. And then to start the day, hearty breakfast cereal. I want to show you the oats in this, because sometimes when you think about, like, you know, breakfast cereal that you don't even have to cook, it's kind of slop-ish, if you will, just, you know, ew, unappealing. Look at these beautiful large cut oats. I mean, that is awesome. This is the highest quality food you would ever hope for, that you would choose by hand from the grocery store for your own family. So what ReadyWise has done is that they have chosen it for us, and then they have packaged it. And I can't talk enough about this pouch, because it's truly the cool science part of all this. The chefs make these awesome recipes. I am so in love with that creamy pasta and vegetables. I would eat it day in and day out. It has the most amazing texture. But what makes it even cooler is that that great tasting recipe and that awesome texture is preserved now in these pouches, so that all I have to do is add water. Water turns into the creamiest, most, it's like a warm hug kind of casserole dish. And all I did was add water. So the science behind it is so cool. The pouch keeps it shelf stable, so that when you buy ReadyWise, definitely try it. Bring it right home and try it, so that you know this tastes as good as we're talking about it tasting. I want you to taste it. I also want you to look up close at the carrots, at the peas, at the real food that is coming out of these pouches. But then, you know, here's the thing, Adam, we are talking about emergency situations. And, you know, I don't even have to bring up too many, because there seems like a never-ending supply in the headlines these days. The fires, I see how you're grabbing the handle of that bucket. This could be grab and go, right? If you are in a force or flee situation, gosh, the first thing you want to do is your family's safety. But what's the second thing you got to worry about? You got to eat, right? So this is kind of one of those, this takes care of every worry about how we're going to get through a situation. And as a mom, anything that can take care of one of my worries, you know this as a father as well, I got to feed my family, and I may have to do it in an emergency situation.
I just don't remember ever being at a price like this before, just over 80 cents a serving. So $82.95 gets you the 100 servings, free shipping and handling. We'll ship this anywhere in the continental United States. As you go to bed tonight, if there's somebody that you worry about, that you think about, maybe it's mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, grandchildren, sons, daughters, we can ship this directly to them. Again, any address in the continental US, free shipping and handling. So take advantage of it. We know that it's a specialty designed, special chef created food that tastes good. That's why they won so many awards. Yes, it lasts 25 years. Never before have we had this emergency food that tasted so good. People, me, you. I mean, I have ReadyWise at home and have had for many years now. And it only gets better and better every year. In fact, can we just take a quick time out for a second? Let's just take a time out from the amazing ReadyWise emergency meals. I want to show you something that I think is going to knock your socks off. There is a product called the Seychelles water bottle. I only have 400 of them, and you will be the only one to see it because it will sell out. But we're going to give you the details of the Seychelles water bottle and the graphics, free shipping and handling and flex pay. Stephanie, would you do as a live demonstration on the magical Seychelles? What is it all about?